replace us.
Holy shit.
You will not replace us. You will not replace us. You will not replace us. You will not replace us.
I didn't expect to be there.
You will not replace us.
Pretty impressive, huh? Like I said, there were a ton of people there, or dozens, as the New York Daily News put it. Unlike Friday night, which was basically a private, secret event that no one knew about, Saturday was the main event. That's when the speakers were going to be there, and everyone knew about it for months in advance. The police knew about it, the reporters knew about it, the protesters knew about it, and of course, Antifa knew about it. And they always bring weapons and try to cause trouble, so the organizers of the event wanted everyone to arrive as a group and leave as a group, and that way we would minimize the chance that people would get picked off and attacked, which has happened before. Unfortunately, right before the event started, something happened.
This was a setup.
The name of the Commonwealth. This was declared an unlawful assembly.
How? We're the ones who support you guys.
We'll see you in federal court.
You're gonna have to drag me out of here. We're on your side. Yeah. We're the ones who support you. We've got your back. We're not going anywhere, guys.
We're gonna be here anyway.
We're not going anywhere.
Well, no. For those of us who are willing to stay, do you want us to stay?
If you want to protect us, yes. You're willing to be arrested, you're gonna get arrested.
All right.
Don't do it. You are engaged in illegal activity.
Got an order from a federal
Do you
court.
want to be involved in this? We are peacefully assembling. We have a permit. We are peacefully demonstrating.
This gathering has been declared to be
We have a permit to be here.
in the name of the Commonwealth. You are commanded to immediately disperse.
We're not going anywhere. Guys, if you are not prepared to be arrested, go home now.
Charlottesville was trying to no platform Richard Spencer and everyone else. They said that it was too much of a risk to have them there, and they kicked them out. But the thing is, that's illegal. And the exact same thing happened in Auburn, and Richard Spencer took them to court and won, federally. And then the same thing happened here, and they won again. They had a court order to be there legally, and yet the police declared a state of emergency and kicked them out anyway.
These guys hate you out there, man. You don't have to do this, bro.
Sir, I will surrender. Stop. Stop. Sir, stop.
Why are you attacking us?
I will surrender.
Why are you assaulting us? You're surrounding us.
All right, the police are pepper spraying the folks in the rally now. They're getting pretty close.
That's an insane story right there. That's what everyone in the mainstream media should be talking about right now. But it gets worse, because all of those plans about how everyone's going to get out of this safely, if everybody just does what they're supposed to do, just went completely out the window.
Hey, you and you take this shit, get the fuck out of here.
There were some who wanted to stand up to the police and get arrested, you know, for the privilege of the thing, right? Like Rosa Parks or something. But most of the people are just trying to leave. The problem is everything's barricaded and the police are pushing up against them. So people are getting hurt just trying to get out of there. And everything's in complete, utter chaos right now.
They're surrounded. Guys, put your head down. Put your head down. There's no enemy there. Surrounded. We got this guy or this guy. And then they're there and there. We need that shield to fucking hold it. We can't hold it. We need to push it out. Go. We need a fucking plan. Where are we going?
Hey, guys, come on.
Let's go. Richard, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Immediately you will be arrested.
They're being pushed directly into the waiting arms of Antifa. And there's a bunch of police there, right? So you'd think they'd be keeping the scuffles to a minimum. You'd think their main goal would be minimizing conflict between the two groups. Some people called this a setup because they were told explicitly that they would be able to have the rally by federal court, and then they show up and a state of emergency is declared, and then they're pushed out into the waiting arms of Antifa, and there's no police on any route out of it. I mean, they had plans to get out of there safely, and all of that was just thrown to the wind when it was ended immediately, and then they were physically removed from the space. They weren't given any time to prepare at all. Tons of people ended up getting hurt because of this. I know personally someone who had a bone broken, but there were a ton of people who got maced, pepper sprayed, and hurt badly. And this is 100% the fault of the police and Charlottesville and probably the mayor ultimately.
We were standing our ground, and the police who came out in just full riot gear, I mean, they had padding, they had shields, they were pushing us and then kicking us in the shins kicking us in the shins underneath the shields. I was actually assaulted as I went into the facility. I was maced by Antifa. Then, when I was standing our ground, I got maced by these militarized police. There's no other word, there's no other term to call them. But I have to be honest, I am absolutely outraged at the conduct of the city of Charlottesville and the police. I mean, we had a permit, we had a federal injunction. The governor or mayor has declared a state of emergency. That means that every assembly is unlawful, period.
Once everybody regrouped in the parking lots, they had to figure out what to do. They had all these plans and they were totally destroyed, and people were confused, they were milling around, they were getting picked off, and they ended up just forming in little groups. And here you can see Richard Spencer saying what he thinks everyone should do.
My assessment is we do not assemble in Charlottesville city limits.
It's a big assembly.
It's a big assembly. That is going to be declared unlawful. They're going to either arrest us, Antifa is going to come in some crazy attack. These people are on fucking drugs. Whatever, I mean, they are fucking lunatics, and they're not worth getting stabbed over. That is my assessment, is to disperse.
Tyrannical.